Hey, this is Life Journey News. Appreciate everybody listening today. We're gonna talk about what's going on with Big 30, his case, right now, lawyers and all that. What is going on? Why? How long is this gonna be going on for? Or the case, the years that's been given. We're gonna step into that right now. I mean, the man drove from Memphis to Dallas, allegedly in his father's car, father's Charger, alone. Came back after the alleged incident with none other than Pooh Shiesty and the other people, and two others in the Charger. So, does this make him automatically, heavily? Does this make him, somebody who did the crime, basically? Allegedly, he was seen. It does. You come in by yourself, and then you come straight back with all them. Allegedly, the people involved show pictures of new watches. They had a 1017 chain, things of that nature. Like, was Gucci gift wrapping all these things? Was he allegedly, I don't know, he was bored one day, or he just, feeling good, whatever, though, and started giving away chains? I think allegedly like 7 to 8 people all of a sudden, I can't say too much. What I can say is that these are things that is up to the courts to decide, and it's not the hardest and it's not the easiest in certain things. See, Big 30, they caught him allegedly standing outside, you can say, just relaxing, thinking about, Big 30 things, whatever he doing, whatever, right? Just a watchman, people say, but if someone made sure, that's what I'm gonna say, that everything went clear in a situation, how is that person not involved? And this is a federal case. So a state case can be different. Federal is pretty exact, pretty, you gonna have to, it's not gonna be easy. There was guns involved. There was, high velocity weaponry involved as well. That's another thing. So it's not just the fact that, and then you cross state lines too, though. So that's a big factor. So you went all the way to another state, totally different rules, if not more rules, and not. And
another pit attempt.
Basically,
2 black males bailing on foot, Westwood Road.
For an expected reason, let's say, right? They did too, and let's say you wasn't involved, but then they all come in the same car as him, leaving. in the Charger. It only has 2 seats. believe it was 3 or 4. Then suddenly, allegedly, his phone breaks in the middle of police being behind him. Allegedly. Yeah, that's a lot of details right there that could set things off for a long court case, long thing. This is something that lives were involved, and he was a watchman, you can say, of someone else's life or death situation, up close, or maybe not even up close, but still. And what was he at the door doing? Like, this is stuff that is not only it's like was that the best option for him? And does that make him involved? These are things that can go allegedly either way, but can take him down another path that, in my opinion, is not worth it to go in that path. I'm not saying anything over here, but it is not looking good either way. It's good he got a lawyer, he got bonded, this and that. Details I cannot explain. This is something that goes beyond deep. The other people involved, like the amount is sometimes not even all that. It's that they were alleged informants and alleged people in law enforcement, ex-law enforcement. They got civilians involved. It's so much. So it's like you didn't just get Gucci involved. You got his security involved. You got just regular people who, let's say, studio worker, whatever. He got, somebody, one of them got robbed too. And, Texas ain't the easiest state to do a crime as well. So that's like 4 or 5 things right here that's like against him. It's like you just want to chill. How all them people fit in the car. It's just like, why? How were you? You know what I mean? Where were you? How? It's a lot of questions that can seem pretty off to people involved in the investigation rooms. To me, it's sad at the same time, but it's like something can happen though. That much risks, that much thing. Like, you already signed, but you could have just got a renegotiated a deal. Like there's things that could have been done and avoided in like a high degree. Like, you could just went over there, signed the, I believe, CMG, and yeah, now you sad. Like you're in the same position as when you first started before you got famous, but you can't do anything about it. And if you're not there yet, yeah, it's like it's a ticking time bomb unless you're able to it's hard. It's a Fed case. Like the Feds is not easy to crack down on like that. Who knows who else seen something and not? You got people who knows what else happened or what detail was missed or not. And although they say, I'm not even gonna get into that part. I'm gonna get into the fact that where is his proof that he wasn't doing nothing, or that Pooh Shiesty was just there to, there's gonna be certain people's words, involvement, even security wise. Why couldn't they keep their mans protected? Like there's FBI members, that are coming after the case. Like we don't, or feds. Like we don't know what exact departments or how many is involved, just because it's a high profile case, and people, they're not trying to lose easily as well. Let's say Pooh Shiesty, has some type of reputation to uphold. The feds do too. So it's like, that's like I said, quadruple of 5 times, 6 times. Like it can be a 7-time thing against you. He just came out of jail too. I believe he's not supposed to be around criminals or whatever, allegedly. So it's all over the place. I mean, didn't he have a shootout in Florida or something like that? He came out, then trying to shoot with Dirk, you know what I'm saying? Dirk, that's another thing. Dirk is in jail too. So it's like people who he's surrounded with is all something going down. They're not sure exactly if his involvement that has to be proven or not, allegedly. So much involved in this right here. This is not a case that I believe they're willing to easily look the other way, or be soft and not go, let them off easy, or just take your time with this case, kind of a thing. I'm not saying that they are not gonna do that anyways, but this is something where that can look offensive if to not only the feds but the public, the people involved, the people reporting the issue, as if something isn't done, then the reputations of those investigating can be more heavily involved, especially somebody who's can allegedly be considered as a somebody who just came out of jail doing another crime. Oh, that's like 8, 9, 10 reasons, and it just keep going. And then we don't know what anybody else involved is gonna do. I never thought in a million years that that Gucci allegedly was gonna be the one to say certain things. And because of that, does that affect his own record label? Does that go farther than Imagine? Like if he gets this wrong after risking his alleged, you know, reputation or not, does this like backfire or not? Or is this just gonna be like, is this just a regular business code type of thing for a business that is for a business code that allegedly does not align to these types of things that are currently going on? Like there was no other way to get the change back, allegedly. I'm not gonna get into what I've seen over the years, but doesn't seem like, I don't know. Maybe Memphis is different. Maybe the money or whatever as well. Like there's people who have not handled. Matter of fact, I'm not even gonna get into that too much. But how do people that's under or that has been under the record view this, and his fans too? And if he fails, would it be much more bigger? Because there is people, I'm saying this as in a way that is most, basically there's people that is siding with Gucci, right? But if he fails, how does that make them look? And how does that make Gucci look? How far can this really go? Like, is the lawyer's money being spent by accident? Like is it all? Is it all just a waste of time or not? The thing I'm surprised about is that, one, we already know, Pooh Shiesty, I don't believe should have done this, especially somebody who put him that good in the industry, that good or far in his career. I'm not sure if it'll be the same with Gotti in the beginning. Like he just stayed pure, Memphis rapper, Memphis label. I'm not sure, to be honest. But you're seeing now that things either way can go really far, and this is not just a Fed case. This is a defendant case, and prosecutor, and the judge. So basically the prosecutor has a reputation as well. So that's another factor in the defendant in the case. He has to prove that he's innocent as well. That's another factor. And then if, I don't believe Gucci's gonna just let this one slide either. I don't think he's trying to lose in the court case, or so that's another factor. They saying that there's no proof. So that means allegedly, I'm not sure exactly, but maybe he hasn't received any insurance money at all either. Allegedly. So there's a lot. So the insurance company needs proof as well. And allegedly, it might, or it just needs this trial to go on. So that's another reason of pressure to go on with this case in the way that it's been going on, and if not stronger. And even if they gotta go longer, it might just go longer. Things 1017. This is why it's very shocking, because it went off to the new level because of Pooh Shiesty, from what it's looking like, allegedly. But so we don't know how the record label is gonna continue as well. And it's sad that there isn't like a voice that is clearly around that could have helped like mediate the situation and calm it down, or like whether or not Gucci should have did it. Was his wife allegedly involved? I'm gonna say that could a family member help them out? Could same thing for Shiesty and Big 30. Like allegedly a crime was done in 30's father's car. And just crossing state lines to do this, and it's just a lot of stuff. Like I don't even know with Dirk. It reminds me of Dirk case. Like are the feds still mad at that case, and they gonna take it out on him because they friends too, allegedly. So that's another reason right there why this could should have been prevented. So this is stuff like almost never before seen as well. What happened, Lil Durk, Quando Rondo going to a different state, do that. Got video on that as well. So there's so much reasons that's going on. Like I heard that reason was because of a female too. So allegedly. So if that's the case here, that's another reason. Or somebody that just doesn't want to look bad in front of a female, well, that's another reason. I bet the feds have there's somebody who probably is on the same time like that too, that don't want to look bad in front of their family or whatever. That's doing the case, the boss, a female maybe. That's another reason. The lawyer, that's another reason. Like you're not trying to look bad either. And they get paid based on the outcomes of these big cases as well. So if it go wrong, then they might not get some calls or something or whatever. So that's another reason. The prosecutor's not playing games either. They probably angry, like I said, for other reasons. That's another reason right on top. So it's not just prosecutor, it's not just jury. They got to worry about. It's a lot more pressure for this to happen. Big 30 was able to get a $100,000 basically, yeah, he's able to bond for that, which is 10,000. Okay, but Pooh Shiesty didn't. That's another reason some people say Big 30 don't look too comfortable either. From being able to do whatever you want, go wherever you want, eat whatever you want, to I'm not sure exactly his case, but ramen noodles, maybe Little Debbie's or something. I don't think they have a steak menu or anything fancy, something like that to that level in there. So that's another reason. If you fighting from inside the jail, that could be a lot harder just to get a communication. So that's another reason as well. And I don't think it's looking too good though, to be honest. I don't think it's worth it. And I'm saying that as in it's not like this situation could have been prevented from prevention places. It's just like leave the streets alone. I think people's too rich to be in the streets, man. Yeah, they look for God in this situation as well. This situation it's looking pretty. It's not looking real easy. But it's like when you call on the streets too many times, you mention the streets too many times, or street activities, it's like inevitable if the streets and the activities and involvement and the good and the bad. I ain't gonna say the good, but it's bad, bro. But it's gonna find you somewhere somehow. Um, people basically barely surviving, making these decisions is totally different than somebody who's not. So it's like if you invite somebody in that from that in that thing to do stuff or be around or just hang out, it's a survival. It's coming. You are not in survival, but they is. So it just makes everything a lot worse. Things could go south. Look for Christ, and get away. It's not gonna end well. Like I say, you're gonna automatically see it differently if you got money and all this other stuff than someone who don't. Yeah, looking tragic out here. I can't say too much, but for Gucci, man, yeah, I don't got any words to describe him and the situation and what's going on. Some people allegedly can say this is too much details that have been said and named, and things of that nature. I said it. There's just I really can't say too much. But was there another way to get a chain back besides, getting it back in a violent way? Like, could they have just been brought back at a price that's these guys are surviving. I don't think they're asking for no 100 million and nothing like that. Like could he just call the Memphis? I gotta say he just called, but that's not looking good too. But yeah, I can't advise too much, but I'm not gonna say much either. You already know it's your boy, Life Journey News. Appreciate everybody listening. Comment below, and I'll catch you later.